dam in the middle of I-295 that encircles the city of Jacksonville in northeast Florida. There's a good look at TIAA Bank Field. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Pierce now up the middle. And some room to run now. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
First and 10, it's Jackson. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
They run the option on second down. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
On third down, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've comped it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up first and 10 at their own 42. The man coming off a washout 2021, it's Travis Etienne. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
On second down, ETN once more. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
That result, really no surprise. That's what we're coming accustomed to with this #1 ranked rush defense.
And you study the game. Is this bringing back a few memories? Maybe the 85 Bears trying to move the ball against them, 2000 Ravens. Heck, how about the late 60s, early 70s Purple People Eaters, the Minnesota Vikings? Hard to move the ball against those types of teams.
And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. And the Texans will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On second down, here's Pierce. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. In motion, the tight end. From the gun on third down, Jackson. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. That's caught. It's Chris Moore. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Pierce will try to pick it up. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short. That's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line. From the gun, it's Jackson. This one left side caught by Collins. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. We're scoreless after 1. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they come up now 2nd and goal. Jackson going to run. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Lamar Jackson with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Texans post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Another tote for ETN. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Third and 2, now Lawrence. He'll find ETN out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Jags first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And Lawrence going to take it himself. 9 yards on the first down. Keeper, and it's 2nd and 1. The Jaguars had 2 and 2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Lawrence. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. Lawrence on third down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. On 3rd down, here's Pierce. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. So a little more space to operate now. 1st and 10 from right around the 12. Another carry for Pierce.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Second down and 3.
Throwing is Jackson. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Jackson on 1st down. And he's got the hook up to Moore.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They go play action now. Jackson. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now Jackson. That's underneath to Pierce. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. To throw again is Jackson. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. They go play action now. Lawrence. Pressure comes and down he goes. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough, and it'll be 4th down.
Taking down at the 19-yard line. A gain of 13 on the play. It's 4th down.
So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Takes it at the 7. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well.
And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Now that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back to the 24. Brought to the ground by the linebacker, Foye Oluwakan.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Pierce gets this one running right. And he's brought down after a very nice game. Pierce. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
On second and goal, Jackson. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Here's Jackson to throw. They'll roll him out right. Open man is Cooks. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Texans have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And it's now 14-0.
Texans 14, Jaguars nothing. Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And able to get this out to the 25. Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. This offense returning out there, and really you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. And he'll get this past the 20 as he gets about 4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Brings up 3rd and 14.
Jones now in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that could be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Now Lawrence on 3rd and long. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep, find some space, and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On play action, Lawrence. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
On 2nd and 10, Lawrence. He completes it to Jones. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 39.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Lawrence. And this is caught inside the 5. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Patterson back out there to send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some